at the storage unit on a nice Sunday afternoon. We have a whole bunch of orders to go ahead and pull. First, Timothy, thank you so much. You bought a TaylorMade RBZ 3-wood from us, a TaylorMade R580 driver from us, and a Cleveland 19 degree, it'd be a 2i hybrid Stifflex. You also said about including shipping, combined shipping. We usually use a 4x4 box. We'll try to shove them into a 4x4 box, but it's probably going to be like a 6x6 by 48. We only use those when we absolutely have to, because going from a 4x4 by 48 and a 6x6 by 48 is actually a lot of money in shipping difference. So we will do our best, and then we refund the overpaid shipping. Grand Theft Auto Vice City for 2004
dollars.
No, year. It was year 2004. What were you doing in 2004?
2004. Oh, wow. I was just starting high school?
I graduated high school in 2004, and we're having our 20-year high school anniversary coming up. I'm not going, but I live in the same town. But I wonder how many people actually are their 20-year high school anniversaries. I don't know. Tell me down below if you ever went. But $15. There you go. Hit the wrong button, and we ain't got no minutes. Blu-ray, DVD, Les Miserables.
That was very good pronunciation.
Absolutely. $5.80 for that. An Affliction hoodie. We sold one for $80, I think, and this one sold for $60 plus shipping. I'm telling you, that stuff is better than we thought. We do have a whole bunch of golf clubs that sold. This one right here actually sold way higher than I thought. That's an X20 Callaway 8-iron, sold for $45 plus shipping. Then we had a reel sell, a Daiwa Amcast plus 6,000 saltwater reel, sold for $45 plus shipping. An Orvis shirt that we picked up on Tybee Island for $1, sold for $22 plus shipping. Also, the reel was in that big lot that we picked up, so that's already in the profit on that one yard sale. We had a Ping Eye 2 red dot right there, 9-iron. $19.99 plus shipping for the 9-iron, which is pretty good. 2 Xbox 360 controllers, wireless, $10 plus shipping. A mouse pin sold, $3.85 plus shipping. The Canon Auto Zoom 814 Electric Super 8mm film camera sold, $292.50 plus shipping on that. What I did was, on the handle actually, that's where you put the batteries. I tested that out, tested all the functions worked. I put on there that it was not tape tested, right? So that sold without being tape tested, but all functions working for $292, and we bought it for $25 on the estate sale in Buford, which was only like a couple weeks ago. You're supposed to finish it, now it just looks weird. $10 plus shipping for this guy right here, $19.94. We did sell the Barbara Walsh Pinch Art Pottery server with spoons, $80 plus shipping, and there was a set of 4 plus the spoon, so $80 plus shipping on that, which is pretty good, but I did already wrap them up. I usually never do that when it comes to pre-wrapping things, because sometimes, like, if you pre-wrap things, it's almost like, what is that, Murphy's Law? That there will be somebody that combines shipping with that one thing, and you'll be like, I gotta cut that thing open. But this right here, just transporting it, I was kind of, those pinch potteries are so fragile. So I was like, man, this sitting over here, bringing it over here, I might accidentally hit something, then next thing you know, it's chipped, and you gotta take it off. Now there's only a set of 3, or I drop it. So we did go ahead and pre-wrap that. I know some resellers do pre-wrap all their stuff, like in boxes like this. And that would just be one. You have to think of how much room that would take also, because like this right here pre-wrapped would be gigantic. It would take, this pre-wrap would take up probably this whole thing. So also, it's just one of those things that we do not do. Some people do. Some things we will, like if something else sold for this, we would probably just send it in 2 boxes. Because sometimes combining shipping doesn't really save the buyer money because it becomes a bigger box, but also it's not safe for the stuff inside. So. And then we sold this. A vintage beaded Japan ocean sand dollar purse zipper. $15 plus shipping. We were out at our local post office, and we just want to thank everybody for coming out to our Whatnot show the other day. We much appreciate it. We just shipped out 47 packages, so thank you so much for all the love and support with coming out to Whatnot. If you don't know what that is, it's basically an online auction where we're live auctioning off our stuff. There is a link down below, and I think you get like 10 bucks if you sign up for a code, so we do appreciate that. What we're going to do today is a day we're about ready to leave for Peaches to Beaches, which is a long yard sale in Georgia. And so we're staying, I think, around Brunswick, and we're gonna move up and down I think it's the 329, 378. I don't know, there's a road down there that Peaches to Beaches is on. So it starts way out in Georgia somewhere, and it ends at the beach, gets the Peaches to Beaches part of it, I guess. And so we have a lot to do. We're gonna take y'all along. We were at a private pick the other day. As y'all know, I don't film private picks unless I get people to sign stuff that, you know, I can allowed to film, because usually it's in somebody's house, like in their house or in their attic or something. But I do want to show you some crazy finds, like finds that were on my bucket list that I found in an attic, and also some other really cool stuff that we found. So we're back at the house, and what we're gonna do is actually put everything that we got in the private pick up in the storage room. But first I want to show you guys some really cool things that we picked up going up into this attic. Basically, they were moving, everything was being thrown away, so everything to us was free. Remember that everything was free. They were like, get it out of here, pick what you want, the rest of it, we're just gonna have it, you know, tossed in a dumpster. It was like going up into the 80s. It was like a time capsule of the 80s. We did find some really cool stuff. We did post some of this stuff on our Facebook page. Like that's a Lennox pumpkin thing right there. Got like the little pink guy right there. Kung Fu Fighting. It has the thermos in it. It is the lunchbox. And this thing right here goes for like 150 bucks, which is pretty insane. These little clocks in here, check this little clock out right here. So these are from that company, and we knew this company from the Bearded Thrift Machine, actually going around and picking these up, but I've never seen a clock like this. So it has its own little case in here. You open the case up, it has like a, you know, really nice velvet looking thing, and there's a miniature clock on the inside. With that, we'll probably have to put batteries in, but some of these clocks go as high as like $50 to $100, which is pretty cool. Another huge find, if you didn't know, and I posted this on my Facebook page, and a lot of people are looking for one of these. It is the stainless steel Christmas tree. I think this one's from like the 60s or 70s, and these things are worth a ton of money. This one's a 4-foot, I think it was from, it's 4 foot, silver glow Christmas tree, aluminum Christmas tree, and this is how they're actually packaged. This one's in super good condition. Looks like it's barely been used. As you can tell, it's still in the like the little parchment paper thing right there. And these, if you get like a bigger one, like a 7-footer, goes for like $700. This one right here is a 4-footer, should go between $250 to $300. In this condition, maybe even $400. So it's almost like $100 a foot for these stainless steel aluminum Christmas trees. Super, super nice, super sought after. We've never found one. This one was on my bucket list. I'm still saying that I found it because it was a private pick up in the attic, and you know, it wasn't like at a yard sale or anything like that, but I'm still saying I'm marking it off the bucket list. So some other really cool stuff we found. G.I. Joe, old Jeep, like made in the United States. I don't know much about old toys, but I was like, that's probably worth a little bit. Old Tonka trucks, and another G.I. Joe Adventure team. Look at that, and then a gigantic brass goose. So what we're gonna do, oh, and then this skateboard. Actually, this was one of the cooler finds I thought. This is a original, I guess, Proline Roller Sport, Jacksonville, Florida skateboard thing from the 70s. The last one that was green sold for $50, a blue one sold for $100. So I guarantee this one's in super good condition. Probably gonna get $75 to $100 for this skateboard. Again, all this was free to us. Opportunities went like knocked at our door, and we said, absolutely, we'll come take a look. And what we're gonna do is actually start loading this stuff in the car and getting it over to the storage unit. After getting all the stuff that I showed you into the storage unit, we pulled just 2 orders. We had a ping cell, like an iron cell for $29, then another golf club cell, a putter cell for $39. Our eBay store is already on vacation mode because we have a ton of stuff to get ready for the Peaches to Beaches. Not so much going there, but every time we go someplace, we have to just make sure everything's in line. When we get back, we have stuff to list, stuff to post, making sure everything is shipped right. Today, we're actually out at another storage unit finishing up a video for the Bearded Thrift Machine. As we wait for somebody that we need to meet, we're gonna do some question and answers. So I know this video is all over the place. It started at the storage unit, then it was at the house, and it's back at another storage unit. But that's kind of like
our life.
That's our life. Like if you were on my shoulder the entire day, you would probably get dizzy because we're everywhere, anywhere, or nowhere. If that makes any sense. But we do have some time. We did some question and answers. If I sent you a couple from our last video, and if you want to answer, you just say read it, then you'll answer it. Or if you want me to answer it,
you'll answer them. Yeah. Deanna Woolbridge says, "What's the best way to find the items that do sell well? Thanks for always sharing and helping us out."
I would say the easiest way that we do it, because we sell only on eBay, and also we sell on Whatnot, but that's a different type of selling. But on eBay, there is a way that all you do is you go in, you look up your item, and then you filter it to the solds. And then, because it's important to know how many are listed and how many are sold, then it's important to know the prices that they're listed for and what they actually sell for, and also the condition of the item. Sometimes you can get more money for the item that you have because it's in better condition, or you're not going to get as much money as the ones sold because you have one in worse condition. But the most important thing is how many are listed, how many are sold, and then the condition of, you know, what your item is, if it's the same exact item, if it's a little bit different, and then you'll be able to kind of figure that out. You know, there's 100 listed and 100 sold in a 90-day period. That will sell most likely. Yours would sell probably in 90 days or less, probably 60 days. If it's even better condition, probably faster than that. If there's 100 listed and 0 sold, that's not good. You don't want that item. If there's 0 listed and 100 sold, you want to find 1,000,000 of those, because that thing is in high demand. Then you basically own the market at that point because you have the only one, and you can most likely you know, get better value for it.
We've got Danny Tucker. How do you ship the golf clubs?
The golf clubs are shipped usually in a 4x4x48 box, and they are shipped by UPS.
And you cut them down to size.
I cut them down to size, yep. But I did read another comment. We are going to probably get a UPS business account, which I think is probably just going to need your EIN number, and then you do get free triangle boxes.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that's going to save down, because those 4x4x46 boxes or 48 boxes are very expensive at Uline now, like $1.10 a piece or 93 cents a piece. So it's very expensive. And we use the off-fall. If I cut down like a putter that's 35 inches or 36 inches for a putter, we use that little one for something totally, you know, something else. But we've been sending a lot more stuff UPS because their prices are better than USPS ground.
We have Florida Native. Are you still cross-listing?
No, we were cross-posting to Macari and Poshmark, and then we just kind of really focused in on eBay, because what we were seeing was what was happening. You were the cross-poster, and I was the lister on eBay. And eBay was doing fine, but like you would cross-post and spend a while cross-post, even with, you know, Vindu or List Perfectly or something like that. Everybody's like, oh, it takes 2 seconds. When you're already doing it, like when you're in there and something, it doesn't glitch or you have minutes, or you know what I'm saying? It takes more than 2 seconds to cross-post. So what we were thinking was, you know what? That's really hammered down on eBay. While I'm listing, you can list, and we can list on eBay together, and then we put a lot of our eggs in the basket of Whatnot. Not all of them by any means, but we have been spending a lot more time on Whatnot. Sales are every Saturday. If we're here, like this Saturday, we'll be gone. But every sales are Saturday now at 6 p.m. and we sell about 60 items now a show. We would like to get that up to maybe 70 items, 70 to 80 items a show. And we don't have the time actually to cross post, because that does take time. I don't, you know, everybody's like, oh, it takes 2 seconds.
But it is profitable.
Yeah.
If you do cross post.
Yeah, we're
sure.
Absolutely. We're not saying don't cross post.
Right. Yeah.
We're saying that it's not
for us right at this time.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. If you guys are cross posting, I think, and that's the whole thing about getting more eyes on your item. And then that's how we're pushing out a lot of stuff on Whatnot.
We have Caroline Headman. Isn't Nordic Wear Vero?
We've never got a Vero on Nordic Wear. I know if you use the word bunt pan, that is like, and it's not a Nordic Wear, that will be a Vero, because Nordic Wear owns the bunt pan, like it's a copyright from them. So if you have a non-Nordic Wear, I'm pretty sure it's Nordic Wear, bunt pan, and you use bunt pan and it's like sunbeam and you're just using that as the word, that will get veroed actually from Nordic wear, I'm pretty sure. And but we've never been veroed on Nordic wear. I'm not saying that it's not. I've been not veroed on a couple of things that people have, and I've been veroed on things that people haven't, like Nissan parts. I know people that sell a lot of Nissan parts. We were hit within like 2 weeks of selling Nissan parts. I had to take all of our Nissan parts off the store. So I have no idea. I think that list is kind of quirky at best.
We have Brandy Wine. Is it possible you guys tell us what it's sold on? I'm guessing mostly eBay, but just wondering.
Yeah, if we're doing a what's sold in the storage unit, that stuff is 100% eBay. We don't show any of the stuff that sells on Whatnot because it's auction style and it's shipped like the next day or two.
Okay, next we have Domfer. My wife enjoys watching your show, but how are you going to make 100,000 plus per year for retirement?
We never share how much we make because I think sharing how much you make on eBay doesn't show the whole picture, because we could say, hey, we make $30,000 a month on eBay. You have no idea how much we really spend for the stuff. You have no idea how much the shipping was. Like, we've seen people post, oh, I made $90,000 in 30 days. And they were shipping like furniture, freight, which that was also included on there. And it's like, okay, we probably got 60 grand in shipping costs. So we never show you guys how much we make, but I will tell you this. As a sergeant law enforcement officer of 10 years and a hospital worker of 10 years, right?
15.
15 years. Wow, you were there for a while.
Yeah.
You were there for a while.
I had some retirement from the hospital.
Yeah.
And with the, yeah.
We have surpassed our salaries with overtime by more than a little.
And we do invest in our retirement plans.
Yeah, so, and that's the thing, is when you have a business and you start like doing, go talking to people that know, because we don't know nothing.
We have an investment person that we actually talk to, and he like configures everything and does all the labor and has the knowledge that we don't have. So it's good to have a person like that. Right,
because I've learned in life that if you don't know, go find a professional that does, that you trust, and pay them. Because like our bookkeeper, we're not very good at bookkeeping, are we?
No.
We pay a bookkeeper. Guess what? We're not good at taxes, are we?
Nope.
We pay a tax person. We're not good at investing, are we?
Nope.
No, we pay an investor person. So, and we trust these people as people that we know for a long, long time that are in the business. So, but so that's how you do it. And also, you just work,
Yeah.
And there's a lot of money to be made out there, not going to a 9-to-5. Nothing wrong with a 9-to-5, trust me. That's security all day long. That job will be there. But there's also a lot more money out there to be made that is not going to a 9-to-5.
We have Lisa K. Is a business license required to use pirate ship?
No, anybody can use pirate ship, and I would advise people to use pirate ship, especially if you're, I don't understand why people don't use it more for like sending Christmas presents. So like, I don't know where you live, but where we live, during Christmas time, there is a line out the door to go up there and spend a lot of money at the post office. They're ripping you off, like straight up ripping you off. If you just went home and had a scale, right? Grab it, get on your scale, then subtract the weight or whatever it is you want to do. Get it, and then tape measure, boop, 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 go on pirate ship. You're going to pay like 25 to 33% less on that label than going somewhere and having them printed out. So even if you're not a reseller and you send stuff to your grandbabies, send stuff to your kids, send stuff to
grandparents, your parents,
anybody. If you're shipping anything, pirate ship is the way to go. And it's not the only one that does that. There's like Ship Hippo or something, or Hippo Ship, Elephant Ship. There's a couple other ones that do it, but we just use pirate ship.
We have Jonathan Murray, the Dusty Disciple. I'm new to reselling and beginning to realize my need for a scale. What scale do you recommend? Thanks.
Anyone that's decent on Amazon that has good reviews would be good. The only thing that I say would do is go ahead and get like a bigger base, like a 12 by 12 base, because when you put a box on it, you don't want a small scale, and make sure it has a detachable screen. So when you put a bigger box on it, the screen isn't covered up. I know that it sounds like super like, that's not a big deal. I'm telling you, it would be a huge deal. If you get a small scale where the screen is attached to it, when you put the box on it, like squarely, you can't see how much it weighs. Next thing you know, you're messing around with it. So just get a bigger base scale. A 12 by 12 is pretty good, and then has a detachable screen so you can like put it someplace else and put the box on it.
And that is all the questions we had.
Well, that ain't too shabby. Well, we're gonna go, actually we're gonna sit here probably for a little bit longer and wait for these people. And then after this is done, we're gonna go home and pack the stuff up and ship it out. We appreciate your questions. Any more questions? Tell us down below and we'll sit in the car waiting for people outside of a storage unit again sometime.
Yeah.
Probably in our near future.